Have you ever laid awake at night wondering if your job will even exist in 5 years? This isn't some distant, abstract fear anymore, because the ground beneath our feet is shifting at an absolutely dizzying pace. The very skills that brought you success yesterday might actually be the chains holding you back from tomorrow's opportunities. But here is the incredible truth that nobody is talking about. There is a way to adapt faster than the world around you changes. I'm going to share a practical, actionable playbook that will keep you relevant, resilient, and ready for whatever comes next. This is the Learn-to-Unlearn Method, and it's your new blueprint for not just surviving, but absolutely thriving in the modern career landscape. By the time we finish this journey together, you'll walk away with a clear, executable plan to future-proof your professional life. So take a deep breath, and let's dive into something that could completely transform your trajectory. First, we need to face head-on just how fast everything is moving around us right now. Artificial intelligence isn't just assisting creative and knowledge work anymore, it is fundamentally redefining what these jobs even mean. We're watching generative tools revolutionize design, copywriting, coding, and video production in ways that seemed impossible just months ago. Your role is evolving from being a pure creator to becoming something more powerful, a creator-curator hybrid. You're transitioning into a prompt architect, someone who knows how to guide the machine toward extraordinary outcomes. Early research is already revealing massive productivity gains from AI integration, and this is completely reshaping how companies approach hiring, training, and team building. Meanwhile, automation is tearing through logistics and operations like a technological wildfire. Autonomous robots are optimizing supply chains with precision humans simply cannot match, dramatically reducing errors and costs. This transformation is birthing entirely new roles, like robot technician, while simultaneously shrinking traditional, repetitive positions. And before you think your stable career path is somehow immune, let me stop you right there. Routine bookkeeping, basic legal research, and templated marketing campaigns are all being automated as we speak. The half-life of your professional skills is shrinking at an accelerating rate that should terrify and excite you in equal measure. Here's the brutal reality. Your adaptation speed has become your most valuable career asset, your ultimate moat against obsolescence. The cost of staying comfortable and complacent is compounding irrelevance that sneaks up on you until suddenly it's too late. This brings us to the beating heart of this method, the unlearning imperative. Let's get crystal clear on something crucial. Learning is absolutely not the same thing as forgetting. Unlearning is the conscious, deliberate act of letting go of outdated assumptions, comfortable habits, and success formulas that no longer serve you. It means abandoning the mental models and frameworks that once worked brilliantly, but now clash violently with current reality. This matters more than almost anything, because ingrained patterns act like invisible barriers, blocking new learning from taking root. When you're trapped in the "this is how we've always done it" mindset, innovation doesn't just slow down, it grinds to a complete halt. Think about trying to use upgraded tools while clinging to legacy thinking patterns. You get mediocre results at best. It is exactly like using ChatGPT as nothing more than a glorified search engine, instead of unleashing it as a creative collaborator. History has left us a graveyard full of cautionary tales from those who simply refused to unlearn what once made them dominant. Blockbuster stubbornly clung to their late-fee revenue model, while Netflix boldly embraced streaming and changed entertainment forever. Kodak actually invented digital photography, but chose to prioritize their dying film business until it destroyed them. BlackBerry treated physical keyboards as sacred technology, while the smartphone revolution swept past them. Every single one of these giants failed because they couldn't unlearn what had previously been their superpower. On an individual level, remember all those Flash developers who didn't pivot to HTML5 when the writing was on the wall? Their once highly sought-after skills became completely obsolete within just a few short years. So how do you actually practice unlearning in a systematic way? It all starts with phase 1, deconstruct. The primary goal here is identifying exactly what needs to be released from your professional grip. Begin by conducting a thorough audit of your entire skill stack. Create 3 distinct categories: durable skills that remain timeless, evolving skills that require constant updating, and sunset skills delivering diminishing returns. Durable skills include things like communication mastery and systems thinking that transcend technological shifts. Evolving skills represent your current toolset that demands continuous learning and refinement. Sunset skills are those techniques and methods with rapidly declining ROI that better approaches are already replacing. Next, Run rigorous relevance tests on everything you consider your core expertise. Apply the replacement test by honestly asking whether a motivated newcomer armed with modern tools could match your output within weeks. If that answer makes you uncomfortable, you've identified exactly where you need to upgrade. Then deploy the automation test by examining which of your daily tasks are fundamentally rule-based and repetitive. Mark those ruthlessly for handoff to automation so you can focus on higher-value judgment calls. Now comes the harder part, challenging your own deeply held mental models and cognitive biases. Practice inversion thinking by exploring what happens if the opposite of your core belief turns out to be true. For instance, transform "we must write everything from scratch" into "we start with AI-generated drafts" to free up time for strategic thinking and refinement. Ask a trusted peer to red team your expertise and point out the flaws you read too close to see. Run a pre-mortem exercise by imagining your role becomes obsolete in 2 years and working backward to identify what killed it. Then take action on those warning signals today instead of waiting until it's too late. Finally, create an explicit sunset plan with clear exit criteria for old tools and methods. Define specific thresholds, like if this tool appears in less than 10% of new job postings, I'll stop investing time in it. But always identify and begin learning the modern alternative before you make the switch. This entire phase is about practicing radical honesty in self-assessment. It's about clearing out the accumulated debris to make room for what's coming next. Once you've completed the deconstruction work, you're ready for phase 2, reconstruct and integrate. This is where you strategically acquire the right new skills and weave them seamlessly into your daily workflow. Start by choosing skills that align with durable, long-term trends rather than passing fads. Focus your energy on AI collaboration, automation, literacy, and data fluency as core competencies. But don't make the mistake of neglecting the irreplaceable human differentiators that set you apart. I'm talking about systems thinking, compelling storytelling, and expert facilitation, the skills that automation struggles to replicate. These are your sustainable competitive advantages in an increasingly automated world. Learn by building tangible outcomes instead of just passively consuming educational content. Adopt the 70-20-10 mix for structuring your learning time. Dedicate 70% of your effort to small, shippable projects directly tied to your real work. Allocate 20% to actively seeking feedback from peers, mentors, and collaborators. Reserve only 10% for traditional courses, books, and formal instruction. Try implementing a micro-project loop. Define a specific outcome, build a scrappy version within 48 hours, and immediately get feedback. This rapid iteration accelerates learning in ways that theoretical study never can. Integrate these new capabilities directly into your existing workflow, rather than treating them as separate activities. Don't just pile new habits on top of old ones. Actively replace outdated processes with better alternatives. Swap out one manual, time-consuming step with an AI or automation solution each week. Use AI as your co-pilot for everything from drafting to code reviews to meeting notes. Then apply your expert human judgment to verify, refine, and elevate the machine-generated output. As you learn and experiment, create reusable assets like templates, prompt libraries, and decision-making checklists. This approach solidifies your learning while simultaneously scaling your impact across multiple projects. This creates your complete future-proof blueprint, a continuous cycle that keeps you growing and adapting. You deconstruct by regularly auditing your skills and rigorously testing your assumptions about what works. You reconstruct by building micro-projects and integrating new capabilities into your daily rhythm. You share what you've learned by creating playbooks and teaching others what you've discovered. And you reassess both your skills and market signals every quarter to stay ahead of the curve. Here's the most liberating truth I can share with you today. You are not defined by your current tools or your existing knowledge base. You are defined by your ability to learn, unlearn, and recombine what you know in novel ways. Uncertainty isn't a bug in the system that needs fixing. It's actually a feature of the modern world. It's precisely where all the new opportunities are hiding, waiting for those brave enough to explore. So, I have a concrete challenge for you to start implementing this week. Pick one core assumption you hold about your work and design a small experiment to test whether it still holds true. Sunset one low-value, repetitive task and replace it with an AI or automation assist that frees up your time. Ship one tiny micro-project with a measurable outcome, like saving 30 minutes on your weekly report. Let me know in the comments which challenge you're tackling first. and subscribe for more strategies to own your evolution and thrive in this incredible era of change.